Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our Zoom presentation tonight. We are going to talk about something that I am really excited about, and I like to start with telling you my story, which is that I have always been interested in natural healing, both for my family and for my dogs. And 5 years ago, my husband Miguel was diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disorder called Guillain-Barré, and it caught us totally by surprise because we thought we were leading a healthy lifestyle. We do not drink, we do not smoke, we make most of our meals at home, we try to eat organic. So in spite of what we thought was we were doing the right thing, this hit us like a ton of bricks. And it was very scary. And a very good friend of mine, Julia Simonson, who's an equine holistic vet, called me when we were in the midst of this little tragedy and said, I want you to take a look at this. And initially she thought I'd be interested for the dogs. And then I told her we were in the middle of this issue with Miguel. We had just found out it was Guillain-Barré syndrome. And we attended a meeting, a presentation with the doctor, and he said, it's not going to hurt and it can help him recover. All we were offered with the neurologist was go home and rehab. It'll be 2 years before he can start walking and go back to work. And it was really scary. And we were open, because I've always been open. If it's something natural, I'll give it a try. I don't have any problems with that. So I'm so glad I did, because this has literally changed our life and that of our dogs and that of a lot of people that are also open-minded and take a look at this. What Julia wanted me to watch was an ABC investigative report. And the link for that, if you have not watched that, we want you to go to a website called, and I'm going to put it here, www.biohackyourbody.com. That is going to be your homework. That's an ABC investigative report that I watched and my jaw dropped. I have a 4-year degree in biology and I understood every single thing that was said there. And my reaction was, if this does half of what it does, I want it for everyone in my family. And what that video shows is that it is now possible to slow down the aging process at a cellular level. So it's not with Botox and plastic surgery. It's more important. It's inside your body. And presently, what we have is our lifespan. If you can follow this red line, this is what's happening now. We're young when we're in our 20s or 30s or 40, and everything is fine and dandy. And then usually there's some sort of event, for some people sooner, for some people later. Some people might have a stroke or a heart attack, or they get diagnosed with diabetes or pulmonary issues or liver issues. And then we start this slow but steady decline, okay? And then at some point we may need major intervention in the form of a ton of drugs or surgery. And then we're going to extend our lifespan maybe till the hundreds, but it's a slow, steady decline. I get very sad. I'm a dog trainer in this area. I work with a lot of seniors, and we're trying to make an appointment, and then they have to look in their agenda and go like, oh, we can't do Tuesday. You have a doctor's appointment. Then I have a doctor's appointment. Then we have doctor this and doctor that. And that is not how I want to live the last years of my life. I want to be able to do anything and everything that I love to do. So what we are proposing here is to take action. Well, if you're before your 40s, you have a head start on some of us, but it's take action while you are still at your peak, and then hopefully delay and you have a healthy lifespan, because nobody wants to live longer to be in the hospital or visiting the doctor or taking drugs. And then that could possibly not only give you a long, healthy lifespan, but also extend it. So let's talk a little bit about why we age. We've all familiar with what happens when we cut an apple or an avocado and we leave it in the counter. Eventually it gets brown and it rots quickly. And the reason is because when things come in contact with oxygen, they get oxidized. and it's literally rusting. Something similar happens inside your cells. So we have this analogy here with a normal cell. Because we have to eat and breathe air, that creates oxidative stress, which is really free radical damage. So they have here a cell attack by free radicals, and then that damages every single component of your cell. It's going to cause inflammation, and eventually it's going to cause aging. So that's one of the theories of aging. And if I can give you a simpler analogy, it would be that if we think about a car, right? And our car, we have to put in gas for it to run. The same thing is in our cells. And when we're young, we make enzymes. Think of your enzymes like these little Pac-Men that can go in, and all those free radicals that are being created because of normal living, stepping out in the sunlight, eating, breathing, they're going to clean up. Now, as we age, when we reach our 20s, we start making less of those little Pac-Men or garbage collector. So the garbage starts accumulating in your cell. Is called inflammation caused by those free radicals. And then that ultimately will cause disease. So oxidative stress is linked to over 200 diseases. I have another little chart here that I can show you, and that is right here. And so free radical damage or oxidative stress can create damage in every single organ system in your body. So in your lungs, it can cause COPD, asthma, allergies, cancer. In your joints, it creates arthritis, psoriasis. In your kidney, it can create chronic kidney disease, and on and on and on. Your skin, your heart, every single organ in your body is damaged by oxidative stress. Now, so far, what we have been told is that if we eat enough antioxidants or food that contains antioxidants, blueberries, strawberries, broccoli, kale, all that stuff that we know is good for us, and I'm not saying you don't have to eat that, that the antioxidants would eliminate those free radicals. And that is still true. The problem is the ratio. It's very unbalanced. A handful of blueberries will eliminate about 2,600 free radicals. But one enzyme in your body, one of those little bodies, Pac-Mans, can neutralize 1 million free radicals per second every second. And that is extremely important because just by breathing, eating, and stepping out in the sunlight, that's not counting. If you smoke, if you're exposed to toxic things, the pesticides that we get in the food, the herbicides that they spray on the vegetables, all the stuff that we know that is just toxic contamination that we're exposed to every day, that's going to add up. And it is estimated that our bodies make 130 septillion, which means 130 followed by 24 zeros, free radicals every day. So as you can imagine, there is no way that we can eat enough good food to be able to neutralize all those free radicals. And that's what I'm going to show you in this slide. So you would have to eat or drink 87 glasses of wine, 375 oranges, 11 pounds of blueberries, and 120 vitamin C's to be able to eliminate the amount of free radicals that your body makes in a day, because it's a one-to-one proposition. So one free radical eliminated with one antioxidant, and then they're both done. When it's your enzymes, it's 1 million per second. So think about it. Every second, boom, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. In that video that I encourage you to watch, you will see an interview with a doctor that put out a statement saying that he could eliminate the damage created by free radicals by 40% in 30 days. And they thought he was lying, and that's the whole purpose of the interview. And the interview corroborates what he says. And in their experiment, it took him 40 years to find a formula of 5 natural herbs that actually has that effect. So if you are not taking his formula, which is called Protandim NRF2, this is how your oxidative stress would increase with age. But when you take his product, we have a sweet term for it. We call it a little yellow pill. And when you take it, then your your free radical, your oxidative stress, stays the same. So a person that's 80 years old has the same amount of oxidative stress as a person with 20. And that was a very, very, very bold statement. It had never been done, and now it is possible. And the reason is that it's the way that he combined those herbs has an 18-fold better performance than if you took the herbs individually. Now there's a second, if everybody can mute their phones or their computers, that would be great. There's a little noise in the background. There is a second theory of aging, which is dysfunctional mitochondria. If you maybe remember 5th grade biology, your mitochondria are these little organs. They look like this, and there's hundreds and thousands in every cell, with your brain, your heart, and your muscle having the most amount of mitochondria. And we have hundreds of thousands in our body. And what they make is the chemical energy that your body needs. So what does that mean? Let's say you want to make some hot tea. Well, I put water on the stove and I have to turn the stove on. If I don't turn the stove on, that water is never going to heat. So in your cells, that heat is made by the mitochondria. And when your mitochondria do not function well, you can get all of this stuff, this little wheel. I don't know about you, I don't want any of this. So we need to keep our mitochondria functioning perfectly. The other aspect that is being, let me stop sharing a minute so I don't get you distracted with this. So the other issue that we have to deal with is the microbiome, and more people are starting to understand and talk about the microbiome. And maybe you see lots of advertisements on TV of probiotic, this probiotic, that probiotic, I don't know how many million bacteria. Why is that important? The good bacteria in your gut is what actually enables you to stay healthy. That's where your immune system lies. And because of our poor diet and because of all the toxins that we're exposed to, all those bacteria are dying. And we are prone to many, many diseases. And if any of you has had a round of antibiotics, just so that you understand how important and why this is so important, is this other slide that I have here. I found this. And what does this mean? So this is long-term effects of a 7-day course of antibiotics. So this is each of these colors here on this bar represents a different good bacteria in your gut. When you take antibiotic, they're all wiped out. Nothing, 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 nothing. 9 months after, there's still nothing. 12 months after, you get 4 back. 18 months after, look. So the diversity and the amount of the good bacteria in your gut is even 24 months out. It is still not normal. So that is going to cause all kinds of issues. And that is the other aspect that of the equation that we need to help, if you want to put it that way. The issue with most of the probiotics that you buy is that if they're refrigerated, think about what happens once they hit your stomach with the high temperature and the high acidity. Only 4% of those probiotics, of those good bacteria, are going to get to your gut where you really need them. Now, what this company has done is it has a patented BioTrack technology, which make these little probiotics like a little marble. And they have a special coating so that 96% is guaranteed to really get to your colon. And that will help rebalance your body. If you're interested in losing weight, you will never be able to get control of your weight until you replenish your good bacteria. It will affect your mood. It will affect how you sleep. It will affect your energy level. All of these things, they say even depression can be linked to the problems in your gut. And then last but not least, there is fish oil. Fish oil is important for your brain. But if you take bad fish oil, it's even worse than not taking it at all. So we have a fish oil that we can track to the boat. You don't burp it. If you're presently taking fish oil and you burp it, that fish oil is already rancid. This fish oil is processed on the boat, and they can track each bottle back to the boat, and it's sustainably harvested, so we're not killing the fisheries. Very, very unique product. So this is what we call the Vitality Stack, and it comes in a little box like this, or you can also get it in bottles. And then it's these very handy envelopes, and this is the Protandim NRF1 and NRF2. This is the probiotic, and this is the fish oil. And I love it because if I travel and I'm going to be away 3 days, I just take 3 of these. And I also, it's easy for me to keep track of what I'm taking and what I'm not taking. So, oh, okay, so this is the other, I guess I have to do screen share again. Give me 1 sec. Oops. What did I do? Okay, can you still see my screen or not? Can somebody tell me? You can? Okay, thank you. So the issue this is the other issue that's important. I forgot to mention with that we're not eating the right balance of omega fatty acids, the right ratio of omega 3 to 6. So in a natural diet, this is how many omega 3s to 6. This would be the ratio, and this is our modern diet. This is what we're doing to our bodies. So we're eating way more omega 6 than we should. Another thing that I want to mention. So this is the one of the things I want you to understand is that these are not Me Too products. The technology for NRF1 and NRF2 is a different way of looking at your health. We're activating pathways in your cell that then enable all the cells in your body to function how they were designed to function and how they function when you were much younger. And we don't have time to cover these all, but we have NRF2 activation for your skin. Your skin is your largest organ, and we're exposing it to the sun rays, and that can cause cancer, but it's just causing oxidative stress, and that's why we age. So the wrinkles are caused by the sunlight. Then we have NRF2 activation for our dogs in a product called Protandim. This is NRF2 activation for your brain. We've had awesome results with people with neurodegenerative, autism, but lack of focus, people that drive long distances, or if they work in front of the computer all day, it gives you that mental focus, and they're 100% healthy, no sugar, no additives, no coloring. And if you're looking to lose weight and keep it off, which is it's just like a daunting thing, because we are all on these yo-yo, we diet, we lose it, we get it back again. This is a holistic and smart weight management, and it has a cleanse of the probiotic that I talked about earlier, a fat burn that targets the stubborn belly fat, and a protein shake to build muscle and to curb your appetite. Now, all this information that I've given to you, you don't have to believe me. We have, so since this was published, we have now we have 24. Here it says 20. We have 24 peer-reviewed studies published in all these journals. These are studies that were not made by LifeVantage. These are studies that were made with universities and institutes, research institutes all around the world that have put their own money to test our products, to test this NRF2 activation, and they know that the product works like we're saying it works, reducing oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And if you continue taking it, it'll take it to the level of a 20-year-old, enabling your body to heal itself. And if you are thank God, not suffering from any disease today, and you want to keep it that way and you don't want to wait until something happens, well, then you're in a very, very good place. Something else that I want to add that I forgot a little bit with before with the NRF2 is this has a detoxing, it also elevates the detoxing enzymes. There's a very important enzyme called glutathione. And glutathione is the only enzyme in your body that can enable the liver to get rid of, oh gosh, how do I get out of this? I lost my screen, sorry. Okay, there we are. Okay, can you see me? Okay, good. So back to glutathione. Glutathione is an enzyme in your liver that enables your liver to get rid of heavy metals and toxins. And that is super, super, super important because we live in a very toxic environment. It is estimated that we have introduced about 80,000 toxic chemicals since the Industrial Revolution. They have detected 240 toxic chemicals in the umbilical cords of babies that they're just taking their first breath, and all this stuff is already in their system. So detoxing, when your body cannot detox, again, you get sick. So enabling your body through this revving up of the glutathione, which is proven that Protandim NRF2 can do, will also add another layer of benefits and well-being for your body. Okay, so let me see what else I have here. Share screen. Oh, now I lost my little. Okay, sorry guys, bear with me. Okay, let me look at my cheat sheet here. So I have a quote that I want to show you. Oh, now this is not coming up, but I think I have it here. Okay. There is a study that was done by Washington State University. And, oh, is it down here? And basically what they say is that, oh, here I am. Yay! Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm learning to use this. Okay, this to me is super exciting. So Washington State University, what they did is like a mega study where they looked at all the literature on NRF2. And we can only say that this reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. But what they said was that the literature that they reviewed on the health effects of NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. It is our opinion that raising NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach into the foreseeable future. So this gives me chills when I read it. And I think this is a good segue. So this is the list of things that they say that they're reported in the prevention and or treatment. Now, we cannot say this. This is Washington State University. So look at all this: cardiovascular, neurodegenerative, cancer prevention, chronic kidney disease, metabolic diseases, toxic liver disease, lung disease, sepsis, autoimmune, inflammatory bowel syndrome, HIV, multiple sclerosis, and epilepsy. I don't know about you. I don't want to get any of this stuff. So if I can prevent it, I think that's awesome. I really think this is going to be a paradigm shift in health and wellness. So just like 25 years ago, if someone would have told you that you were going to be holding a thing the size of an index card and you would get a panic attack if you lost it because your whole life now depends on this stupid little device, you would have probably think it was a joke. But technology is advancing at huge paces. And who would have thought that the largest taxi company would not own a single taxi, or that people would have an app where they would rent out rooms in their home and compete with the hotels like the Hiltons and the Sheratons. Those are things that are possible now because of technology. So this is the same thing. This is a shift in our mindset. We no longer have to take all these supplements and kind of cross our fingers and hope that it works. We now have proven science that shows that this can activate pathways in our body so that our body stay healthy, prevent disease, and they work like they used to work when we were younger. This is possible right now. Now, if you have a little business mind, and the reason I'm putting the little plug about the business is because of what happened to us. Our lives changed in 48 hours. When we were told that Miguel could not work for 2 years, our income was slashed by 2/3 in 48 hours. And we were not prepared. And right now, I don't mean to bring politics into this, but healthcare is a mess. And if you can stay healthy, I think that is going to be one of the best things that you can do for your finances in the near and the far future. If you cannot afford healthcare, if you have a major crisis, a major health crisis, it's almost bankruptcy guaranteed. So my advice to you is not to stop doing what you're doing, is to look at this as a plan B. This is something that I started doing even in the midst of all the chaos that was happening in my life. And if I would have had this built when that happened, it would have been a lot less emotional and financial stress. So this is a different type of business. We were all raised, and our parents were raised on you go to work, you get a good job, and you get paid. We get paid trading hours for money. But what happens is when you can't show up because of an illness, because of an accident, because your company shut down, because of XYZ, it doesn't matter, then the money just stops and your bills keep on coming. So this is about residual income. And residual income, think about it like if you were a singer and you put out a song, every time that song plays on the radio, you're getting a teeny, 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 teeny piece. But over and over and over, it accumulates. So this is what we do here. We share this information. We tell people that this is available because most doctors don't know about this. It's just now being taught in school. So unless someone is graduating this year or last year, if you ask them, what is NRF2? They'll go, oh yeah, I studied that. But if you ask someone that graduated 5 years ago, they have absolutely no clue. And pharmaceutical companies also have no interest. They want to do their own pharmaceutical stuff and get people on that forever. And there's side effects to any pharmaceutical. So I don't want to go that route. So what you can do is you can become a distributor, and you come in where you fit in. It's $50 to get a web page and your number, and then we have several different packs that range from $300 to $1,200, and they just vary in the amount of product they have. So I have an example here. This is a gold pack. You have 2 of the vitality stacks that I explained. You have 200 energy drinks. You have the weight management system, and you have an extra NRF1 and NRF2. If you go to the other pack, it's just more product. It also has a skincare line. So my advice to you is take a look at this, get your questions answered, get back with the person that invited you to this information. And if you need more information on the products, pricing, if you just want to use the products, lovely. We'd love for you to use them and get to be the best possible you out there with lots of energy and staying healthy. If you're already thinking, like, I wonder if this could help my aunt who has this, and my sister has this, and my brother has this. We all know people that have something. If you're already thinking in that respect, then maybe one of the packs would be good for you. And if you want to take this to say, maybe, well, it would be nice if I could pay for my own product and just talk about this to my coworkers and my friends, that's another step. But if you want to create, like I do, an extra retirement income, maybe to be able to retire a few years earlier, or there's big money to be made. This company has expanded to 18 countries in the last 3 or 4 years. The stock has tripled its price in the last month. We have a lot of systems in place. We have an app. on our phone where we manage all our business. We have a great CEO and all the people that are managing the company. And I think everything is in place. If you can see this and the implications that this is going to have in 5 to 10 years, I really believe that every single household, just like they have a bottle of, aspirin in their cupboard, they're going to have Protandim NRF1 and NRF2. And this is just going out by word of mouth. You literally get paid to tell other people about this. It's a lot of fun. We attract really, really special people that want to help other people and want to help dogs and horses. This works in all mammals. So my advice is dig the well before you're thirsty. Look at this as a parallel, a plan B, a little extra, and it's going to grow. Time is going to go by anyway. And we have a lot of fun doing this, and we have changed a lot of people's lives. This is, the money is great, but when you get a call, when someone says, oh my God, this happened, that happened, I'm feeling good, my pain is gone, Fluffy is running up the stairs, all of that, it is so rewarding. So get your questions answered, get back to the person who either sent you the link or invited you to see this, and see where this takes you. We'd love to have you on board and help us spread the word, because we need help. We have a lot of people and a lot of animals to help. So I'm going to end on that note, and I want to thank you again for tuning in, and we will do this again next week. So good night, everyone. Thank you so much.